No! You can't stop my end of the world tour from making me the most powerful and rich musician on earth! This isn't the end, Ben. I'll be back with a bigger plan you'll never be able to foil.
Should you go for the Ben 10 Power Trip Platinum Trophy?
Hey, how come you guys aren't laughing?
Ben 10 Power Trip is a third-person open-world adventure game that takes place in the fictional world of, you guessed it, Ben 10. Ben and a few of his family members are taking a vacation in Europe when Hex, a magician and enemy of Ben's, comes along and wipes away his ability to transform into his companions. The idea of the game is to traverse 3 different areas on the map to recover his powers and defeat Hex before he can unleash his plans on the rest of the world. As mentioned, this is an open world game, and you are able to travel freely across it and do whatever you like whenever you like, although there is a story that you need to follow in order to complete the game. There are several simple side quests and mini quests at each of the main hubs, the forest, the city, and the ski resort, that help you to level up and become stronger, faster, and luckier. The deeper you get into the story, the more characters you unlock, which in turn means more places you can access. Similar to other OG games, the camera can be a bit all over the place, and you will see yourself having to readjust it a lot as you play, although not as much as the Ice Age game. Ugh. The majority of the trophies are straightforward, such as completing story missions and collecting each of the characters. However, there are a couple that can cause you to not only pull your hair out, but to have to start an entirely new game. The 2 culprits here are destroy all Decibel concerts, more on that later, and find all of the upgrades in a single game. There is not a trophy for upgrading every upgrade, however, there is a trophy for each of the 3, which are power, health, and luck. This doesn't seem too bad, however, at least in my case, there were not enough ability points in a single game to upgrade every single one of these. It didn't help that one of the battle arenas also glitched out for me, which meant I couldn't get an upgrade point there. So I had to start a new game to max out that 3rd upgrade. Even though this was rather annoying, there is a bit of a one-time workaround for this. In my main game, I had maxed out 2 upgrades and was 6 points shy of maxing out the 3rd one. If you load up this game, quit to the menu, and then start a new game, without ever closing the game, you will only have to find 6 upgrade points to obtain this trophy, even though you would only have 6 points for the upgrade in your new game. For some reason, thankfully, by doing this, your game thinks you still have all of those points from your old game in this new game. I believe if you close your game sometime after starting a new game and before getting the trophy, you will have to properly max out that upgrade to get the trophy. Once again, like many other OG games, this game is riddled with even more glitches. When will I ever say a good thing about OG games?
Won't somebody please think of the children?
The Collectibilist Award goes to, as you guessed it, find all of the blank upgrades, with blank being whichever is the 3rd upgrade you go for. I think I've already spoken enough on this, but if you have somehow forgotten what I just said, the idea of these 3 trophies is to max out your upgrades: power, health, and luck. Power lets you dish out more damage, health gives you, well, more health, and luck gives you better odds at getting critical hits, as well as getting more money from defeating enemies. You get upgrade points by finding them randomly throughout the map, completing story missions, defeating enemies, and buying them from vendors. Luck is probably the best ability to upgrade first, as money is very hard to come by in this game, despite there being a ton of it throughout the world, and you do need a lot of coins to buy these upgrade points. By the end of the game, you should already have 2 upgrades maxed out. I suggest luck and health with the other one not far behind. The most pointless award goes to Super Ben. Save 10 citizens. Every now and then you'll see a citizen standing around, and when you get close enough, a bunch of worthless enemies spawn in. And once you defeat them all, you will get a thank you and a reward from that citizen. There are 13 citizens on the map, and they always spawn in the same place. However, you are able to save the same citizen over and over again until this trophy pops. So you do not have to spend a lot of time looking all over the map to find 10 different citizens. I think the best place to farm this is the snowy road that leads up towards the mountain. There is Rust Bucket, the family camper van, close by, so once you defeat the enemies, rush over to it, fast travel to another point close by, and rinse and repeat until the trophy pops. If you are going to farm this, I highly suggest unlocking Accelerate first, as you can run extremely fast or accelerate at high speeds with him, making this much quicker to obtain. Of course, you can play the game naturally and save the citizens when you come past them on your own in the wild. The worst and glitchiest trophy award goes to Headliner. Destroy all Decibel concerts. Scattered throughout the entire map are the Lord Decibel concerts. These are big purple doors attached to walls, and once you enter it, there is a short, easy puzzle to complete to defeat the Lord Decibel. Doing this to all 15 doors will obtain the trophy. That doesn't sound so bad, right? Wrong.
Got him!
The reason that this is such an annoying and glitchy trophy is that the moment you close a game after completing at least one door, this trophy becomes unobtainable. For some reason, the game restarts your counter when you close the game, and because you can no longer enter a door once you have completed it, it is impossible to get this trophy. This means, like me, you will have to start an entirely new playthrough, and then speedrunning my way through the map and doing all 15 doors in one sitting. Sadly, you will have to advance the story far enough to unlock the companion Forearms, as you are unable to reach an area with a door without him. Once you complete the 15th door in one sitting, this trophy will be yours. I would also highly suggest you follow the trophy guide on PSN Profiles and do this right away so that you do not have to start a new game just for this, as it does take up to 2 hours to complete. So, should you go for the Ben 10 Power Trip Platinum Trophy? As with most other OG games, this one would definitely be fun, or at least more suitable, for very young kids who don't really know what they are doing, chiefly fans of the show. This game is definitely easy, and the monsters are simple to defeat, and the bosses, if you could call them that, are total pushovers, especially the final boss. However, once you do realise that this game was made by OG Games, you will soon know that there will be several glitches and bugs that taint the experience, not to mention one major game-breaking one. It isn't exactly a bad game, and can be enjoyable at times, specifically when you are racing around the map with Accelerate. Hopefully, you will not encounter many bugs or glitches if you do decide to play, and if you do, this should take you around 15 to 18 hours to complete. Although one of the better OG games, unless you are a fan of the show, I think that you should not go for the Platinum Trophy.